I've gone for Copper Bleu and Red Maloney. Copper Bleu and Go Native, the ticks on the way to post. In the betting ring, they want Cousin Vinny and Kempes, and Cousin Vinny and Red Maloney on the exchanges. The negatives being Go Native, Torpichen and Einama.
First runners at Gloucester Hurdle, 1911, 37 favourites, 115 runnings, Cousin Vizzy, 130 and 3 this morning, 11 to 4 on the course, now 9 to 4, and Chronicle have laid two £20,000 bets. Kempes, William Ellen's second string, 17 to 2 from 11, with 7 Torpichen and 10 to 1 Michael Phillips, female.
An almighty amount of money has been matched on Cousin Vinny, but some moves late on. Red Maloney, Emma Lavelle's Kangaroo Court and Andrew Churnell's Michael Phillips. They're the key horses to look out for. They're the ones that the punters want to be on. They don't want a bar of Torpichen or Einama.
I'm now down at the start with the 20 runners who are here, and there is Cousin Vinny in the yellow and black. I talked to his jockey, and he told me, Patrick, that the horse came down to the start perfect. No worries at all. 1 or 2 just sweating up, and no worries at all. Now, the starter down here is Sean McDonald, and basically he's got 3 assistants with him, and they're going to have 30 seconds now to the goggles coming down. Then they're going to be walked in, trotted in, and hopefully the Cheltenham Roar is now just seconds away.
Calling them at the Cheltenham Festival 2009, Simon Holt.
Yes, months of anticipation arriving at this point. The start of the 2009 festival, the first race of the meeting, the annual curtain raiser. Whereas some of the races have been moved up and down the order this year. The Supreme Novices remains the traditional first race of the meeting, and equally traditional that the race should have an Irish banker in it. Cousin Vinny in the yellow jacket there on the left, the black braces worn by young Patrick Mullins, amateur riding son of the trainer Willie Mullins. The runners coming out onto the track, and they're preparing to make a line. And be called in by the starter. Sends them on their way as ever for the first race of the 2009 festival. Golan Way in front. Oh, Kempes very nearly unseated Ruby Walsh at the very first flight in the red and white jacket, but Golan Way leads on the near side. Black cap, Shore Acres. Einama is handy over on the far side in the green and yellow hoops. Then Cousin Vinny in 4th place early on, followed by Red Maloney and Michael Phillips, Torpichen, and then on the near side Kempes, who survived that early mistake, and then Medermit, Shamari in red and white. On the near side Intensifier, the pink jacket Go Native, followed by Somersby. Black colours far side Kangaroo Court, followed by Leamington Lad, and then further back is Gloucester as Golan Way builds a big lead going towards flight number 2 and skips over it by about 7 lengths to in 2nd place Shore Acres. Einama is 3rd, Red Maloney is 4th, then Cousin Vinny to the outside of Torpichen. Up the inside is Copper Bleu, chased by Kempes, a length or so back to Michael Phillips, and then Medermit with Shamari and Somersby, who's obliged to race rather wide. Go Native is further back from Leo's Lucky Star, Kangaroo Court. In the rear, Leamington Lad, Intensifier, Alarazi, Gloucester, and Beasting is last of all as they turn into the back straight. Golan Way out clear here, making their way towards the next flight of hurdles. Golan Way and Jamie Goldstein by about 4 lengths now to Einama on the inside of Shore Acres. Then Red Maloney and Copper Bleu. Cousin Vinny is out wide. Torpichen is very handy in the light blue jacket, royal blue cap. Copper Bleu on the near side, up the inside, jumped that very well. Kempes, Michael Phillips close up. A grey Medermit is about 11th or 12th at the moment in the orange jacket. Then Somersby to the outside of Shamari, followed by Go Native in pink and a noseband as they now continue along the back straight towards the next flight of hurdles. Flight 4 of 8 they jump in all, and Golan Way trying to do this the hard way, to lead all the way. Leads by a length here. Shore Acres, the leader, blunders quite badly there and was lucky to survive, but almost surrenders the lead. Shore Acres on the outside. On the near side, Einama, Tony McCoy with his hands full at the moment. Red Maloney is just in behind them in the beige cap. Cousin Vinny still right there on the outside in yellow, out of trouble out wide, and then Copper Bleu towards the inside with Tor Ficken as they jump the flight going up the hill. Somersby and Michael Flips round the inside on the right now in yellow. Go Natives not too far away with Kangaroo Court, and then Kempes as they now reach the top of the hill, and Cousin Vinny went off in the end, the 9-4 favourite, having fluctuated in the betting. They've got 3 flights left to jump, 1 or 2 beginning to struggle, including Leamington Lad and also Al-Arazi. Beesting's right out of it, and so too is Intensify. It's a Nama that now leads going down the hill towards 3 out. Coming there, Shore Acres. Golem Way is hanging on there in between horses. Behind them, Red Maloney. Copper Bleu up the inside. Tor Ficken. Cousin Vinny still right there on the outside in that yellow jacket. Patrick Mullins. Medermit is making some ground. Then Go Native towards the inside. Kempes and Somersby staying on from the rear. Down towards the second last now. And it's a line of 3 or 4 coming into it. Ainama lifting off with Copper Bleu. On the outside, Shore Acres. Cousin Vinny. Go Native is travelling very kindly around the inside in the pink jacket. Comes through to take it up on turning in. Goes on with Copper Bleu. Ainama fading. Cousin Vinny now goes scampering after the front pair. Out wide is Shore Acres. The grey Medermit as they race towards the final flight. Go Native lands in front there from Copper Bleu in second. Red Maloney is staying on into third. Then Medermit. Cousin Vinny can't win. Followed by Somersby. It's Ireland in front. Go Native. Medermit is staying on, chasing the leader and closing with every stride. Go Native is tying up. It's only a length to Medermit. Medermit trying desperately hard. Go Native is clinging on. Go Native wins the Supreme from Medermit. Close for third, Somersby and Copper Bleu. Cousin Vinny was fifth. Then Red Maloney. Shore Acres, Michael Flips, Tor Ficken and Ainama. Golan Way followed with Shamari, and then Kempes and Leo's Lucky Star. There followed by in the black jacket, then Kangaroo Court. Gloucester walked past the judge, Beasting very tired. Leamington Lad Intensifier. It's gone to Go Native at 12-1. A win here for Noel Mead, who won this Supreme Novices Hurdle back in the year 2000 with Sausalito Bay. In the hands of Paul Carberry, absolutely cantering, turning for home, Go Native. And Paul got a dream of a run round the inside. Copper Bleu tried to make a race of it, going towards the final flight. In the end, it was left to Medermit to lead the home guard. Medermit chasing this winner all the way up the hill, was closing on Go Native in the last few strides, but the post came in time for this Paul Carberry winner, and it's Ireland 1, England 0.
Yep. Paul, to win the first race at the festival, fantastic.
Brilliant. He's a horse I did fancy the whole time, and I probably kept telling everybody that I fancied him, which usually puts the markers on him. But he travelled great the whole way, jumped super, jumped the second last really well, and saw the landing there. I didn't want to be there, he was going too well. I said I had to kick. For Flyer Diet the last he put down, and he heard the other horse coming back at him, so he battled onto the line, just held on in time.
And great for you, because obviously you just come back from injury, and wonderful start.
I know I had the week off. Yeah, it was brilliant now to come back first win.
And for Noel?
Oh, it's brilliant for Noel now. I'd say he'd be running around the yard now at the moment.
Go and join him.
Wait, thank you.
Go Native, 11-10 and 9-1 this morning. Returned the biggest price he ever was, the 12-1 joint 6th favourite, Go Native, and beats the other 12-1 joint 6th favourite, Medermit. And the third horse was, we're looking for the third, number 20, Somersby was third. That was third at 40-1. They sent favourite off Cousin Vinny, the 9-4 favourite. Ireland win this William Hill Supreme Novices for the 39th time, the 7th time this decade, and his top price that Go Native at 33-1 with Ladbroke for next year's champion hurdle, as low as 12-1 with Tote Sport Go Native. And we've got a machine here brought by William Hill. It registered 108.4. The roar that went up at the start, that's bigger than the crowd produced in the Carling Cup final. So the crowds here really are getting worked up more than the footy people. But Go Native for Ireland has floored some mighty bets that went on for Cousin Vinny.
Well, I wonder if they went too fast, I don't know, but there's no doubt that this horse and the third and fourth have come from a long, and the second have come from a fair way back. Bleu's taken over, had a good run up the inside at one point, but Sausalito Bay Saucily to Bay, the horse that Paul won on before for Noel Mead a few years ago. But Go Native, he improved a fair bit for his last run, Ted, and he's really galloped up this hill well.
Yeah, well done to Noel Mead. Noel is not with us today. He got a back operation last week, so if you're looking in, Noel, I'd say that back is a long ways from your heart at the moment. You're jumping up and down. Don't do yourself any injuries. Congratulations. A great ride by Paul, snuck around the inside and just hung on from the fast finish in Medermit. At home, you would have thought he was a good bit behind top of Willie's horses, but a different result here today. And Paul was out of injuries from last Saturday week. He got a kick in the knee at Navan, didn't ride for 10 or 12 days.
Yeah, there was a question mark over whether he's going to be in action or not today, so he's done really well. Mind you, he is as hard as nails, so you'd expect him to be here if he got half a chance.
Viewers watching at home, you know, you get a strong finishing second, a horse maybe idling a bit in in front, the winner. Should it have been a different result? Because as Cousin Vinny landed awkward at the last, the runner-up just landed in behind him. Would it made any difference to him?
It probably would have. It might have made some difference. But the winner, Paul, I'd say, was probably there, just getting a good run a bit sooner than he wanted to be. This horse always travels really well, but just question what he found. I saw him at Leopardstown at Christmas when he was second to Hurricane Fly, and he looked like he didn't find anything from the back of the last. But he was very impressive in Ace last week. Noel said he hasn't got a faster horse working at him at home. But today he was just a rejuvenated horse. I mean, if you look back through the race, I'm sure there was plenty of hard luck stories, but it's about the winner.